Hello everyone, and welcome back to Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. When we left off, we were coming to return the chalice to the Countess. So, let us do so. But first, let us talk to the gardener, whose name I've forgotten that I should know.
Hi there, Lopez. How's tricks?
Senor Stobart, how pleasant to see you. You are well.
Fine, thanks.
Yeah,
Is the
so
Countess
he's
in?
She is waiting for you. I will show you up.
It's okay, I know the way.
Senor Stobart, I feel I owe you
Yes, you
an
do.
apology.
No, you don't.
You
I
bastard.
was impolite on our first meeting.
Look, Lopez, just forget about it. I came on like a snake oil merchant. I wouldn't have trusted me in your shoes.
You do not understand. Finding the chalice has given my lady a new lease of life.
Oh.
It's a marvel. She smiles, she laughs. The tradesmen are saying that she is on Prozac.
Okay, I don't think there's anything.
Catch you later, Lopez.
Adios, Senor Stobart.
So, whilst I am here, let us do this. Is this? I do remember. This is what I thought I had to do last time.
Now what?
Oh,
There was nothing to snuff.
maybe not then.
Feeling like an idiot, I put it down again.
Maybe not quite yet. I thought I had to do... Yeah, and then I need to light the candle. Oh, but the window... yeah. So I thought I had to close the window. I was like, why can't we close the window, George, damn it. That's what you're supposed to do. There we go. Now we need to do this. I thought I had to pick it up first and then use it to close the window. And now we wait. God, George must have been standing there for ages. Unless it was deliberately made to burn quickly.
The candle had burnt brilliantly, but
Okay.
only for a couple of minutes. Some kind of special formulation, I guess. And had yielded up this. A complex shape expertly cut in stone. I figured it was some kind of key.
So, we now have a key. Alright, let us go back to the Countess. Return the chalice to her.
Senor Stobart, what a pleasure. Please, sit down.
Hi, Countess. The pleasure's all mine. I've brought back your chalice.
Why? You've had it cleaned.
Yeah, I met an obliging priest with a soft cloth.
Have you resolved the Templar mystery?
No, not yet. I don't even know what it is I'm after.
There are many stories of the knight secreting great wealth away.
Whatever. All I know is I don't want the bad guys to get it.
Ah, to be young and live in a world of moral absolutes.
Okay, so we have this key.
What do you make of this?
It looks like some sort of key. Where did you get it from?
It was buried inside the great candle in the mausoleum.
Inside it. What have you done to it?
I lit it.
But it is irreplaceable.
Listen, the candle was to be lit in case of Moorish attack, right? Well, it burnt down in no time and revealed this key thing. Maybe that was the real purpose of lighting the candle.
What are you suggesting?
That lighting the candle was the equivalent of break glass in case of emergency.
A sentiment must not stand in the way of solving this mystery. You did the right thing.
Okay.
I discovered something amazing with that chalice. In Paris, I found a church where they recognized the coat of arms. I found the tomb of Don Carlos de Vasconcelos.
You are sure? There can be no mistake?
The coat of arms on the chalice matches the one on the tomb.
Incredible. You have my most profound thanks. I must go there as soon as possible.
Yeah? Well, I'd be happy to show you the city.
Bow, chicka, wow, wow. Sorry.
There's something else that I discovered carved on Don Carlos's tomb. Biblical references.
What are the references, Senor Stobart?
Psalms 32:7, Corinthians.
I am not a good enough scholar to know the Bible, chapter and verse. I meant, what are the quotations?
You know, I forgot to ask the priest.
Oh, I need to go and get the Bible from the mausoleum. Damn it,
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your home. I shall remain here.
Damn it, I knew there was something else when I was in there. Need the Babel. Looks like an awesome place to live, to be fair. I mean, look at that balcony. Okay. Well, you don't have to stand up every time I come into the room, you know.
Hello again. Mind if I sit?
Please, be my guest.
Here's the Bible from the mausoleum.
Very well. Let us begin. The first reference.
Psalms 32:7.
Thou art my hiding place. Thou shalt preserve me from trouble. Thou shalt compass me about with songs of deliverance. My hiding place.
Don't get your hopes up too high. This might just be leading us to where we found the chalice.
You are right, of course. The next.
Okay, John 4:11.
John 4:11. Here. The well is deep. The next. Quickly.
Okay. Corinthians 4:5.
Here it is. Will bring to light the hidden things. Any more?
Just one. Psalms again. 22:21.
Save me from the lion's mouth, for thou hast heard me from the horns of the unicorns. The last is confusing. Lions, unicorns, what does it mean?
I can't guess.
Salient points seem to be a hiding place and a deep well. In no sense is the mausoleum a well, Senor Stobart.
Is there a well in the grounds?
I do not know. I suppose that there must have been once upon a time. Lopez is the man to ask about anything pertaining to the estate.
Let's go talk to Lopez then.
I'll have a look around if that's okay.
My home is your...
Yeah, you've already told us that. Lopez, come here, you fool. We need information from you. Is there a rainbow in his water spout? I think so, very, very briefly.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
We're looking for a...
You must know just about everything that there is to know about this place.
See, I have lived my whole life here in the service of the De Vasconcelos.
Do you know of a well anywhere around here?
Well, si, senor. This used to be a fortified villa. How can you last a siege without water?
True.
Great. So where is it?
How should I know? The well was covered over in the last century. It was dangerous, you see.
And you have no idea where it was?
None. It was hidden even before my grandfather's time.
You must have a vague idea of where the well is.
It must have been in the old house's courtyard, so that would put it around here.
Here? Okay. Now, how do we find it?
There might be a way. Let me think about it.
Any ideas yet?
We are looking for a source of water, see?
Yes.
For generations, the Spanish country folk have had a secret way of locating water, even if it is meters beneath the ground.
Ah, you're not talking about water dousing, are you?
Eh?
You know, you get a stick and walk around until the stick twitches and dig there.
Oh, you've heard of it.
Yeah, I think most of the planet has. Okay, let's get a stick.
Uno momento. It must be a special stick, a Y of hazel.
Right. Do you have any hazel trees?
See, here. That is hazel.
I love the fact that he actually genuinely doesn't even point to the tree. Oh, he does point to that one, but that's not the tree we need to look for.
I went over to find a suitable stick. I don't believe it. There wasn't a single usable Y-shaped branch on the whole damn thing.
So instead, we must come over here. How, again, I ever worked out that this was...
I went over to find a suitable stick.
was the,
Aha!
center. Okay. Well, let's go out to talk to Lopez. Oh, we have our stick.
Hi, Lopez. Got a minute?
Certainly, senor. How can I help you?
That's my stick.
Well, I got my divining rod. Now what?
Simplicity itself, senor. Hold the wand at the upper ends of the Y. Apply a little tension with your wrists so that the slightest movement of the wand tip is clear, and walk slowly and steadily over the area.
Sounds easy enough. We'll find this well in no time.
Yeah, this could take a while, George. Doesn't Lopez end up doing like loads of different things? I think sunbathing at one point as well. Why are you making like stone footprint noises on grass as well, George? I'm pretty sure I thought he sunbathed at one point. Maybe I was mistaking the book for one of those like panel, mirrored panel things that people open up when they sunbathe.
Senor Stobart, you've found something.
This is it. This is where we find the secret of the Templars. Hidden here for hundreds of years.
Wouldn't be so
Lost
sure about
from
that,
the
George,
sight
if I
of
remember
man
rightly.
until now. The mystery is revealed.
It's a tin can.
I've been walking up and down with a twig in my hands, looking for a tin can.
It had water in it. That's what the dowsing stick must have detected.
I'd have to check with an archaeologist, but I don't think the Templars left that.
In truth, Senor Stobart, the lawn was laid many, many years ago. This can could date back to the Napoleonic Wars.
Get rid of it and I'll try it again. Lopez threw the can away. It seemed to fall an awfully long way. The splash at the end confirmed what we both suspected. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle.
It has been here all the time. All those years and nobody found it.
Stood in awe for a moment, marveling at the secrets all around us.
I could have fallen down that.
Well, here we are.
The well had been lost for decades at least. The air was cool after the noon sun, but that's not what gave me goosebumps.
Something else that
I have a
forget.
really bad feeling about this.
Yeah, I just remembered something else that I forgot. We need the mirror.
It was a small mirror hanging.
Okay. Now, if memory serves as well, I should save here because imminent death is an issue here. So, what I need to do is use... That's the mirror. Maybe not. I thought I had to use the mirror...
From a distance, the lion's head had been impressive. Close up, it was frightening. Hey! One of the fangs is a separate piece. I could hear the...
That was close.
Oh, very funny, you psychos!
Signor Stobart! Signor Stobart! Are you all right?
It's okay, Lopez, I'm fine!
Que susto me has dado! You gave me a scare!
Nice try, Templars.
Okay, now I've done that. Maybe now I need to do the mirror. I thought I had to do the mirror before.
I realized I could use the mirror to reflect the light from above. There, in the middle of the door, I could see some kind of socket. It looked like this wasn't quite the dead end it had seemed.
Okay. I just realised we missed a really great bit of dialogue with the Countess as well, where we talk about how if the chalice has still been here,
I slid the stone key into the lock.
the children could still be here as well.
There were buttons that turned the
Oh,
dials.
hello. It's quite creepy. This is new. I have no idea what this puzzle is. This isn't normally here. I may have to Google this. I'm guessing this is maybe the Psalms verses. I didn't know what to do with the dart. Okay. Oh, it is the church numbers. I thought it was. Yeah, so where is... I've got to go through all of this now. Well, where's the... It would help if I... Oh, here we are. Right, I am going to take a photo of that, so I don't have to keep reading it. I thought it was something to do with that, but I can't remember what they were. Okay, so... The numerals were... This is not... I don't really understand this, if I'm honest. Okay, so the numerals at the top... X... IV... It's not there. this is L. Right, hang on. I don't get this puzzle at all. I'm gonna have to cheat here. I apologize, but I'm going to do it. Enter each number after pressing the button to register. Right, is there just... Okay, I don't get this. Hang on. Press each number to register. What, along the top? This doesn't make sense. Okay. Around the inscription number X. So it's XVI. Okay. I think I get it now. Right, and then I've got to change this to IV. Oh, this could take a while. No, press.
I heard the sounds of the lock moving.
Okay.
Either that or the wall was going to come down on my head.
So double X. And then V2. VI. And then L triple X. Three and one. Oh, wrong one. XV. There is no XV, so it's got to be X and then V2. I do know Roman numerals, I taught myself, but I can't be bothered to read them out properly. It's just easier if I read them so I know exactly. It's easier for me to read them out like this, and it's also, I think, easier for you guys, because those of you that don't know Roman numerals can sort of see where I'm going with this. If I just say, oh, 13 or 12, then you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. Okay. And the last one is double XV. So there should be. Was that it? Was that the end of the puzzle?
Oh, yes!
Indeed.
Bonus points for that, I hope. I knew the old Stobart fingerwork wouldn't let me down.
I'm not even going to go there, George. And there they are, the missing children.
Before I left, though, there was one last thing to do. You won't be needing that replacement piece anymore, Countess. I found it with the children. You'll probably want to be alone for a while. I'll be out in the garden with Lopez.
Back in Nico's apartment.
George, welcome back.
Andre.
Come in, Josh. It's good to see you again.
Is it?
Jealous.
Sure. What did you find in Spain?
Without Andre, we wouldn't have got this far, George.
Yeah, I know. The clues led to an underground chamber at the bottom of a well. The Templars had left a tapestry showing a chessboard. The white pieces were vastly outnumbered. There was a stream running across the board, and a Templar knight on a horse.
Does it mean anything to you, André?
No, nothing.
Maybe we should tell André what else you found, Georges.
There's a map and a Latin inscription to the west at the edge of the world.
Georges found that in a cave in Syria.
Yeah, where the assassin almost killed me.
Then we've got the burning of Jacques de Molay and the date, 1314.
From the window of the church in Montfaucon Square, one of the few places where nobody tried to kill me.
Then we have the image of a church that Georges found at the excavation. I don't recall anyone trying to kill you there either, Georges.
And finally we have the tapestry in Spain. Did I mention I almost got killed there?
Not yet, but I'm sure you're about to.
It was only my cat-like reflexes that saved me from certain death.
Cat-like reflexes, eh?
And while I was risking life and limb, where were you, André? Getting your glasses fogged up over an Etruscan vase?
That's enough, boys. Can we get back to saving the world?
Of course. My apologies.
He started it.
Well, the Latin phrase are the words of Julius Caesar. He was describing the island of Britain.
Are you sure? The map didn't look much like Britain.
It kind of
How come Caesar described Britain as being at the edge of the world?
because it was at
To
the
the
time.
Romans, the Mediterranean was the center of the universe. Britain was a remote, unfriendly place inhabited by blue-painted savages.
Nothing's
It
changed.
hasn't changed much,
They've stopped painting themselves blue.
except when they go to a football match.
They used an extract from a plant called woad, Icetis tinctoria. The Scots were using it until fairly recently in their wars with the English.
Fairly recently? I don't recall the Scots being at war with the English.
Still
How
happens.
recently are you talking about?
I believe William Wallace's men used it in the 13th century. They might well have been using it as late as
You can't remember, can you?
1314.
Ah, we're back onto that, are we?
André, what is it? What do you mean?
1314 in Scotland. The Battle of Bannockburn.
That would explain the stream on the chessboard. That's what a burn is. Right, Andre? As in Bannockburn?
Right, George. And it gets better. Tradition has it that the Scots were helped by a shock force of, well, can't you guess?
Knights Templar?
Yes, a group of outlawed Templars. They are said to have turned the tide for the Scots.
And it all ends at a church in the Isle of Britain at Bannockburn in a church.
What are we waiting for? I'll call a cab.
Scotland.
I can't go.
Andre, you've been loads of help, but
What Georges is trying to say is that you shouldn't feel guilty.
I was.
We understand you've got commitments. Oh, listen, we have to hurry. Let's go, Georges.
We'll see it through. Oh, and, don't worry about us.
Okay, well, we're getting close to the end now. I think I'll continue to play this through the end. This is probably going to be the last episode then.
Where are you going, Georges?
Do I need to spell it out?
Don't snap at me. If you're going to take a leak, why don't you say so?
Okay, I'm going to take a leak. L-E-A-K.
Tickets, please.
Oh, hi.
That's a standard full-price peak return. Don't you have a senior citizen's
Oh,
rail
lady
card?
with the
I
stars.
rarely travel by train.
As does
My ticket is perfectly valid, is it not?
Well, yeah, but you could have saved up to a third of the cost.
I do not need to indulge in puffling thriftiness.
Blimey, you're a funny old bird and no mistake. Tickets, please, sir.
Here.
Off to Stirling, eh?
Yes, we are.
Well, I hope you won't be disappointed. It's a miserable place this time of year. Still, there's plenty of pubs and a lovely view from the castle.
Thank you.
accent is that?
I don't want to worry you, but there was something familiar
Oh, well
about
done,
that
George.
guy.
You finally got
Are
that.
you sure? You're tired. Perhaps you're mistaken.
Maybe.
but I didn't like the look in his eyes when he spoke to you.
Can't you sit still, George?
I need to go to the John.
While you're there, check out the buffet car, George. Unthinkable though it is, I am hungry enough to eat English food.
Okay.
I have to say, I miss the days when you could travel on trains like this, where you had your own little compartment, and it was all nice and just nice. It was nice to travel on first class
Oh, no. That gangster creep from the hotel, Guido. Well, he didn't scare me. Hey, Buster. This is a no-smoking car. Okay, maybe he did scare me. It got worse. I suddenly realized who the conductor had reminded me of. Eklund, Marquet's murderer. I should have known better than to leave Nico and the old lady alone. Suddenly, the sword of Baphomet took second place to finding the girl I loved.
You haven't opened that window, pal.
Why not?
It's freezing out there. Leave it alone, man.
The windows seemed to have been sprayed with tiny flecks of froth.
Leave it alone, man.
Hi, having a party?
No, this is British. Come on, join us, man. Away, Basha, wake up, man. With company.
His breath was like the outlet from a chemical factory.
Excuse my mate, he's taking a nap. Sleeping like a bobby. I'll wake him up when we get to Newcastle.
We passed through Newcastle half an hour ago.
And I never noticed.
I genuinely want to know how many people actually understand what he's saying. I'm again, being I'm well acquainted with I can understand the Newcastle accent. I can understand it quite well. For the accent. I'm genuinely interested to know how many other people watching this video have no idea what he's saying.
Did you see what happened to the young woman in the next compartment?
No, Paul, I didn't. Have you lost her, like?
She's disappeared. The old lady, too. I think they're in trouble.
Oh, yeah, man, an old lady, too.
Yeah. You gotta help me.
Maybe they went to the toilet, like.
I don't think so.
They never go on their own. Always in pairs, you know.
No, she's been abducted, I'm sure. I've got to go look for her.
What's stopping you, pal?
The conductor. He's not what he seems.
You want to avoid him, like?
That's about it, yeah.
No problem.
Listen, I need your help.
What's the matter?
There's a guy on this train who's trying to kill me.
Relax, man. You wouldn't try nothing with us in Basharia. We are veterans, like, so action at Brightlingsea.
I don't recall the British Army being involved in a conflict at anywhere called Brightlingsea.
Well, you just take it from me, pal. You're in safe hands.
See you later.
I'm gonna go out the window, I know that. There we go.
Give it to it, pal. Don't jump.
I don't intend to jump. I'm going to climb on top of the train.
You're kidding, aren't you?
Just watch me.
Hold on there, pal. I'll give you a hand, like.
Yeah, sure, just have a random American man climb onto the train. Oh, here we are.
I'd always wanted to stop the train, and now was my chance.
Haha.
You saved our lives, but why?
We were always on the same side, stop at different causes. but a common enemy.
The Knights Templar?
Don't call them that. The real Templars were a noble foe. These barbarians have no right to that name. These men are no better than dogs.
What are the Neo-Templars after? What is the Sword of Baphomet?
Not what you think, my friend. It is a weapon, yes, but one which our enemies will find difficult to wield. A double-edged sword. A power older than Dimolay, older than Solomon.
We'll stop them. You and me together, and Nico.
No, George. My journey ends soon at the Garden of Paradise.
You're talking in riddles. Can't you tell me straight what they're after?
The sword symbolizes a colossal energy caused by the alignment of the Earth's natural power fields,
which are focused at St. Ninian's.
The energy endowed the Templars with the power which made them great, a power which made them charismatic to such an extent they could control the will of all around them.
Show him a photo of himself.
No way.
Give him a red nose.
That is not a good idea.
Shocking.
That is not... How did you escape from the bull's head?
It is a long walk from the cliff of the bull to the village Stobart. Fortunately, I know the ways of the wilderness.
Bye-bye, Carl.
May Allah guide you to our enemies.
Thanks.
One last thing.
What? What is it? He's dead.
Too late.
Wait.
Don't worry. I hadn't forgotten about you.
Answer me this instant, George Stobart.
Never.
I will. When I'm ready.
That's not fair, George.
No.
You took advantage while my hands were tied.
When Eklund pointed that gun at me, I thought I was going to die. I
That's-
thought of all the things I'd never get to do. And kissing you
Suddenly that's
was
that's
at the
much
top
more
of my
awkward.
list.
George,
Uh-huh.
Accusing him of taking
George,
advantage.
we've got to get off the
And yet he
train.
didn't actually
Eklund
kiss
could
her, so,
recover at any time.
So what are we waiting
let's not
for?
go there.
What are you doing?
I'm out of here.
Not that door. Do you want to end up like Flap?
Not especially. What remains of him is well on his way back to London. I hope he was traveling on a return ticket.
Early the next morning. Well, here we are in Bonnie, Scotland.
I'd feel happier if we had a gun or something.
Khan gave me something.
What?
His handbag.
Oh, great. If we run into any killers, we can give them a good buffeting. Didn't he have any weapons?
You don't know half of it. This bag's full of C4.
Wow. Why didn't you say so? Boy, we'll show him now. What's C4?
Plastic, George.
We're going to shop our way to victory?
2 kilos of plastic explosive. The detonator's broken now.
No problem. We'll buy a box of matches somewhere.
It doesn't work that way. It takes a small explosion to start the big explosion.
Well, that's not much use then. What does that sign say?
Apparently, during the English Civil War in the mid-17th century, this place was used as an arms dump.
Yeah? What happened?
Look at the state of this place, George. You work it out.
Oh, stray spark?
You got it. The tower was the only thing to survive the blast.
I hope the explosion didn't destroy the Sword of Baphomet.
I hope it
Do
did.
you? I rather hope it did.
Okay. Now, I seem to remember that there is things to sort through.
I scrabbled around in the rubble and found an old clay pipe with a broken stem.
There's loads of like really random, useless stuff in here, but there's
Under
also
one of the
useful stuff.
stones, I found a metal coin which was green with age.
Isn't there like a
It was
pen top?
caked with soil, but what
That's
I'd
what I'm
found
looking
was
for.
a small cog and spindle. With mounting excitement, I felt something between my fingers. It was short, hard, and black. Something I hadn't expected to find here. It was a plastic pen top.
I wonder how much
I
this-
didn't find anything.
Okay, that's it.
The handle turned easily, and the larger wheel began to revolve.
Oops.
Damn! Then the handle came off in my hand. Now that the handle was gone, it was easy to remove the cog and spindle.
Yep. Time to open the door. I've got to do it close. Okay.
The cog slipped neatly into the eye socket. With a rasp of metal on stone, I eased the second eye into place.
And lastly, the handle.
I pushed the handle into the demon's mouth. The cogs all meshed. I began to turn.
Ta-da!
As soon as I saw the flickering torches, I realized the bogus Templars had beaten us to the sword. But where were they now? And why was it so quiet?
Okay, I'm going to save here because, again, I know imminent death is imminent. And we are very close to the end, so I'm going to continue this playthrough past where I would normally end it now. To get to the end, and it should be the finale. Broken Sword.
Listen, I can definitely hear chanting.
You're right. I hear it too. What do you suppose they're doing?
It wouldn't surprise me if they were holding some kind of satanic sex ritual.
So, what are we waiting for?
A little bit too eager there, George.
Will you look at that? Baphomet. Labino was right. This place was ancient even to the Templars.
This whole place? This is Baphomet?
Finally, the truth. The Templars had never worshipped this graven image, no more than they'd worship a rainbow. But, like a rainbow, they regarded it as a symbol of a covenant with God, who'd revealed this place to them.
Rosso! Why, the double-dealing treacherous.
On the contrary, Inspector Rosso has been the model of obedience, an important quality in a true Templar. Now be quiet and watch, if you wish to live much longer.
Brothers and sisters, we are gathered here to witness the reforging of the sword that was broken. Here before God's sentinel, Baphomet, Grand Master and Knight of Baphomet, we salute and pledge our obedience to you.
I salute you, gatekeeper of the temple. 7 centuries ago, our greatest weapon, the sword of Baphomet, was lost to us. Now we prepare to reforge it, to wield against new enemies. We shall lead the people to a new order, wherein all borders will dissolve.
Okay, well, these guys are insane.
All will be united under the red cross of the Templars. George, we have watched your efforts to stop us with respect. But surely you realize that you have been misled by our enemies. Both of us want a better world. Fortunately, no harm has been done. We need determined, resourceful men like you. Join us, George. Join us in true brotherhood.
Why has he got his hood
Yeah,
down
true.
here, but hood up here?
Wait. Brothers? What about Marquet? What about Pegram and Klausner? You didn't look on them as brothers, only as failures. 3 men dead, and you don't give a damn.
George, you know that sacrifices are necessary.
God, he's stronger.
Every great undertaking.
Join you. I'll see you in hell first.
Ah,
Where are you
George,
going, Rosso? And why are you
I
walking underneath
had
someone else's robes?
great hopes for you. C'est la guerre. Eklund, kill him.
Good going, Nico. You bastard. Ow. That got changed. In the,
I swear, I just wanted things to be right.
original version, the non-director's cut, he chucks a knife in his
Take
head, goes right to his head,
them.
and there's blood everywhere. It's censored this quite a lot.
Them. They will not escape.
Well, well. If it isn't the great detective and his beautiful assistant, it's going to be a pleasure killing the pair of you.
George, what are we going to do?
This is where there's imminent death.
Come on, Nico. We're leaving.
You fools! You cannot escape us. Guido! Stop them.
But, Master, the powder!
That powder is from the English Civil War. You fool. It's over 300 years old. How explosive do you think it can be?
I thought it was all over, but Nico had one last trick up her sleeve. Or in her handbag, to be exact. A handbag full of plastic explosives.
Maybe, but this stuff is brand new.
And that brings to a close Broken Sword.
We didn't stay long in
Oh,
Scotland.
maybe not.
George had a
That's where
vacation to finish,
that's
and
where
I
the
had
normal
another
game
story
ends.
to write. Not the real story, of course, but enough half-truths to fill a page and pay my rent for the month. George and I hung out together in Paris. I showed him my favorite restaurants, and he told me his best jokes.
You know, Nico, this city holds so many memories for me now. The cafes, the music.
The sewers.
Tell me about it. The clowns.
The jugglers.
And your pal Labano.
Yes, dear Andre.
When we first met, and I was doing my detective stuff, you kind of disappeared a lot, Nico. Were you and Labano,
There was something happening, but nothing to do with Andre.
Uh-huh.
It was something from the past that I had to deal with, on my own. So I dealt with it, and now it's over.
Hey, did I ever tell you the one about the old Irish couple in the lottery?
No, but I think you're going to.
Okay, there's this old Irish couple. They've been married forever, like 50 years, and they win the lottery.
And that brings to a close Broken Sword, Shadow of the Templars. I forgot about that little bit. I should have realised there was something on the end of the director's cut. Yes, this has been one hell of a fun playthrough. I've certainly enjoyed it. I've certainly enjoyed replaying this, and I'm definitely going to replay the other ones. But I think the next playthrough I'm going to do is I'm going to probably go back to the Doctor Who Adventure games, play the next episode of those. But those of you who will watch my update video will know that what I'm going to do next is actually go back to each of my long playthrough series. So I'm going to do an episode each of Minecraft, I might do one of the Long Dark. I'm just going to go through each of them and add a new episode to the ongoing series. However, for now, that brings to a close this playthrough. So, as always, I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, favorite, subscribe, share, it really helps me out a lot. I salute you all, and I will see you with another video very soon.